Services Elections Division, this year we have a primary election coming up on September 9th, and of course we've got the presidential general election on November 4th, and in preparation of that we will be training over 200 election judges this year to prepare for the general election. In motor vehicle, driver's license, and passport services, you can kind of see we've just really started to, or I shouldn't say started, but have continued to grow in our numbers. From 2006, we were up in 2007, and already through July 30th of this year in motor vehicle, driver's license, and passports, we've already processed over 43,000 transactions in those areas. Citizen Services Marketing and Advertising has gotten a new facelift for our city news, and you might have noticed that this edition we've put in a lot of advertising, and we're just amazed at how many individuals are willing to and wanting to advertise in our city news, and it has raised $17,000 in revenue to date. We're very excited about that. Youth athletics, we've continued to see increase in most of our programs. Some of our programs are a little bit down this year, and so that's always dependent on demographics, and so we study that and make changes to some of our programs as necessary. We did see a big increase in our soccer programs this year for the 4 to 6 year olds though. And I would be remiss if I didn't just put a little slide in there for our Taste of Maplewood event this year. Last year was our first year of trying it. This year was just fabulous, and so just had to put in a couple shots of the good crowds that we had. It was really fun and had a great turnout. The remodeling of the cardio and strength areas over at the community center has been a real big boon for us, and as Michael alluded to, we are really starting to do advertising over there. We're installing flat screen TVs and selling space on those as a revenue stream as well. There we go. In the aquatics program, we've been really busy with our beaches, and group and private swimming lessons and programming keep the staff busy. One of the things that we're very, very excited about at the MCC is we partnered with Ashland Theater, who rents out our theater for annually now, and we have a contract with them for the next 3 years, and we as a city get to use the theater as well, and we've got Billy McLaughlin coming I think next month. We use it 10 times a year, but we also rent it out to Ashland, and we've partnered with them, and it's been a great success. Just to let you know, because I know we always get this question, where we are with our memberships. And as of July 15th, we have I've got the new memberships listed there. We started a 3-month membership program for our snowbirds, and for people that do a lot of outside activities, they don't want to come inside. They would rather have a 3-month membership and work out indoors during the winter. And so we've had an increase of 159 of our 3-month memberships, 229 monthly memberships, and 223 annual new memberships as of July 15th of this year. We have 2,375 memberships, which totals 6,459 members. An interesting fact that 46% of our current members are Maplewood residents, and 54% are non-resident members. And then what's new and what's coming up for us, we're starting a midday membership because we've had so many people interested in coming just certain hours of the day, and we're going to try it out and see how it works for us. So we'll have a membership that you can only come to the facility Monday through Fridays from 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just a special membership program. And we're really targeting our charter schools and home schools because they have to get certified in order to meet their certifications and their grades. They use our facility, a lot of them, to get their PE credits. And so instead of paying for a full membership, we feel that some of them are hesitating to use our facility, so we're going to open it up to them and really pursue. We've got 150 different schools, homeschools, and charter schools that we'll be targeting to come in and participate in this program. Very excited about that. We have a fall special coming up. Buy 12 months of membership and get the 13th free. We have a whole slew of new senior fitness seminars coming up. We'll be hosting a open house October 5th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Where we'll have all kinds of exciting things going on. We refer you to our website. We'll be doing an email blast out to everyone that's on our email list, telling you about that. Also, we have a new program called for our seniors. It's called Card Sharks. They meet on Wednesdays from noon to 2. That's been incredibly successful. We have a great group of people. Just walk through there on Wednesdays from noon to 2 and you just won't believe it. It's so exciting. We have a Bridal Expo October 18th from 1 to 4 that's coming up, and we're very, very excited to announce that David's Bridal is partnering with us, and they're going to be conducting a fashion show that day, and so that will be really fun too. We have our annual Halloween Hoedown on October 17th at the MCC. We also have our annual Wine and Jazz Fest coming up November 1st. And then this year, we're going to have a 2-day craft fair November 7th and 8th that we're in the process of organizing. So those are some things that are up and coming, and now I will entertain any questions that you may have.
Okay, thank you very much. I had a couple questions. Looking at the number of revised ordinances that we've done, I know at one point you had mentioned at one of the council meetings that we were looking at putting the new revisions available on the web, and I was wondering if you could give us an update on that, or how people can go and get a a paper printout of the updates to the ordinances that have gone into effect.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, I'll be glad to address that. Ironically enough, I did meet with the IT department regarding this issue because, as you well know, we are in the process of updating our city website, and we'll be unveiling a new website in the middle of November. And what we have done to save money from a budgetary standpoint is we're going to take on doing the recodification of the code in-house. So it's a humongous project, but we will be able to, once it is finished, to every time the council approves a new ordinance in-house, we will be able to update our code and put it out on the website. And so we've taken that on, and hopefully by November 15th, the whole thing will be up and running.
Okay, very good, thank you. Ms. Junman.
Just a comment. I've had several people comment to me on the new look of our city newsletter, and it's been very positive. People are actually quite excited, and people made a point of saying, I actually sat down and read it. So when they tell you that, you know they actually did, rather than just setting it off to the side. So I think the new look so far has had a good impact. So just some feedback.
Thank you. I'll relay that to the appropriate staff.
Let's see, you had indicated that we have about $17,000 that's been generated in advertising revenue. Now, has that been since the beginning of the year, 2008?
Madam Mayor, I should have said that. It is not. It's within the last 30 days that we have started selling advertising for the monthly news.
Okay, so then that, and we did that before in the past though, too, correct? But it's more of an emphasis now is what you're saying?
Madam Mayor, members of the council, yes ma'am, it is. What we did was, when we started with this new format of the city news, we adopted an advertising rate. So when Heidi, who's our advertising specialist, goes out and meets with a prospective client, she sells them a package based on maybe 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So in the $17,000 that we've generated so far in revenue are of her ventures of going out and meeting with clients that want to advertise in the monthly news.
Okay, so that could easily include then, like say if somebody said that they signed up for a year's worth of advertising, that includes that entire package, so to speak then.
Madam Mayor, that is correct.
Okay, okay, good. And then with regard to looking at, now is the 3M Orchestra still at the community center? I didn't hear any mention of them.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, I don't think that they have any more programs at this year scheduled. I'd have to look at that and come back and tell you. I didn't look at the whole entire schedule. I don't know for sure if they have any more scheduled this year.
Okay, but they still are using the community center?
As far as I know, they are still.
Okay.
I know that there's been some change in with Ashland. One of the things that we're pleased with Ashland Theater and our partnering with them is that anybody that books the theater now has to go through them unless it's one of our 10 days. So I will check on that and get back to you.
Okay, good. And then if we're looking and comparing the number of memberships that we have currently that we're on track for, do you have a feel for how that compares to where we were last year at this time? Are we running about the same or a little higher or a little lower? How does it compare to last year?
Madam Mayor and members of the council, what we're finding is we are trying to offer different packages that have never been offered before. So what we are doing when someone, because we do occasionally have cancellations, and what we're trying to do is offer them different programs that, why are you canceling? Would this membership fit you better for your family needs or individual needs? At the end of the year, we'll have a better idea, but we are tracking that so we can go back and look at it, and we will give you a report on that.
Good. And then I'm assuming that we're still booking for weddings and wedding receptions and birthday parties, so maybe you can give us a little update on that.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, we are. We have found that one of the things that we're really starting to gear up for is, it's been kind of a slow to go. We've had somebody out of work for quite some time here on a medical issue, but in her absence, we've started gearing up a little bit. We're going to be really targeting birthday parties, Sweet 16 parties, and those types of things to a greater degree than we have. And we're also incorporating our snack bar. We've also partnered with, I had to take some of this stuff out of here. It was really hard what to put in and what not to put in. But I think you would see in the monthly news, we did partner with Dairy Queen. And so we're giving them some free advertising, but then we're using Dairy Queen ice cream cakes for our birthdays. So we're just doing things like that to try to see if we can do some bartering to save us some money, but yet get a benefit out of it as well. So
That's very good. Thank you. Mr. Jelly.
How are you marketing and advertising for those kinds of parties?
Madam Mayor, members of the council, any way we can. I mean, we are doing the monthly, it will be coming, we'll be doing some stuff. We do email blasts. I don't know if I think all of you are on our email blast list. We are now going into the church bulletins, believe it or not. We're looking at that. We have gone into doing school flyers, and we're...
A great idea would be that evil dynamic sign that's going to go out there.
Oh, believe me, we'll be using that as a reader board until we get permission to do otherwise.
The balloons and the different kinds of graphics you can do in a kid's balloon party kind of thing on that.
Or you could wear a sandwich board.
That's true. That's true. That'd be dynamic though too. It might confuse someone driving down the road talking on their cell phone.
No, they'd know it was you.
Let's move on.
Any other council questions or discussion? Well, thank you very much, Ms. Guilfoyle.
Thank you.
Next, then, we'll move along to public hearings. This evening, we have one public hearing, and that is for the, well, I guess we have two public hearings, but the first one, rather, is for the Linwood Avenue Water and Sanitary Sewer Extension under City Project 07-14. Staff report, please.
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. As you know, tonight is the assessment hearing for the 3 parcels that received a water and sanitary sewer service. I have a map. Those 3 parcels are located near the intersection of Ferndale and Linwood, and they're highlighted. All of the owners in the past have signed an assessment objection waiver form, and they petitioned to have those utilities extended. So up here right now, I have